Hello everybody, thank you very much for tuning in for this. It's Beer Monster O'Clock. And we have a bit of a beer battle here. On my left we have Brewdog, the Black Heart, the newcomer. Giving it large, trying to take on the old timer Guinness. But this time we've got a Guinness coffee. And the reason I'm doing this comparison is because a lot of people say that the Black Heart, comparing it to the normal draft Guinness, has more flavour, more coffee in it and stuff like that. So I thought, well, fair enough, you know, I have done that video and I agree, it does have more flavour, but I did still prefer the Guinness draft for other reasons. But, you know, let's put it up against this one because I have tried the Guinness coffee and it does have a strong coffee flavour to it. It's very flavoursome compared to the normal Guinness draft. So, yeah, let's just compare them and just see what the differences are, you know, and see which one I prefer personally. Anyway, let's get rid of these. And let's get going, shall we? So yeah, we've got, of course, this one is a Guinness Coffee Brew Cold Beer. This is the Black Heart. These cost me £6 for in Tesco's. And the Brewdog Black Heart was a £5 for 4 cans. I'm going to put them through the Nitrosurge as well. I'm going to be a disgrace and put them both in Foster's glasses. Reason being, they're both identical glasses. Try and keep it fair. Right, first, let's open the Guinness up first. Because if it's like the other one, it takes longer to settle. If it's like the regular draft cans. Let's crack her open. Turn on the surger. Got to put them through the surger. It's almost rude not to when you've got one, because it does improve the mouthfeel of both Black Heart and the Guinness, even though they're not the Nitrosurge cans. You know, it improves the flavour using the old method where you just prick it with a pin, take the nitrogen out. There we go, that is looking lovely. The old Guinness, lovely and creamy. She's all in. Look at that. Doesn't that look really, really nice? Let's get the Brewdog open. Chuck her in the surger as well. If you have tried both of these yourself, which one do you prefer? Because I'm a bit on the fence at the minute. I have tried them both, but oh, put it on properly, that'll help. Yeah, I have tried them both. I like them both. I just don't know what one I prefer. I really do like I've really been getting into the old Guinness coffee lately. First time I reviewed it, I liked it, but I've had it a few more times since. It's really grown on me, but it's something I just like one of every now and again. You know, it's not something I session on, but I really enjoy just the odd one every now and again, or if I'm having a session on Guinness, every now and again I just chuck the odd coffee one in there. There we go. Look how long that Guinness is taking to settle. Look, it's still going, and I've put the the Black Heart in there as well. I had a bit of a spillage there. So yeah, look, let's let them do their thing. Let's give it a bit of a close-up. There we go. Glass is a little bit dirty. Just got a massive head on it, that coffee one. It does tend to have a bigger head on it, the coffee brew, when you use it through the surger, compared to the original Guinness draft. There's the Brewdog, a little bit of a smaller head. Still settling away. Gotta love watching these settle, ain't ya? Yeah, we'll have to give them a few minutes. I personally, from trying them both without comparing them, feel like the Brewdog's a little bit overrated. I feel like they sort of came in there with the big name that they are, and they have brewed a very good stout for about the same price as Guinness. They've actually undercutted it in quite a lot of shops at the minute. It does have more flavour in that, but Guinness, for me, is about that creamy mouthfeel and the whole, you know, the look of it, the mouthfeel and just the taste of it is not supposed to be flavoursome. It's just supposed to be there to be smashed, you know, whereas the Brewdog, yeah, it has more flavour, but then for me makes it less sessionable, you know. But anyway, we're comparing this coffee one now to it. I would say that that's settled. Let's have a quick whiff. I've already reviewed it, so yeah, it does have a very strong coffee aroma to it. chocolate, nice and chocolatey. And your roasted malts. Definitely has a bigger aroma on the coffee Guinness than it does on the regular Guinness draft. Way more aroma. In fact, 100% more aroma than the Brewdog. So that's one of the things people were saying is better about the Brewdog. It's got more aroma. And the Guinness draft, that's got tons more aroma than the Brewdog. Yeah, you're getting your roasted malts in there. A little hint of chocolate. Not like else, but this one smells so much more. It's the aroma on that is tons better. It just makes you want to dive in way more than the Black Heart. So it shows you, for me, you know, with this, I'm thinking if you're going to get that mouthfeel, which is why I preferred the normal Guinness, but also you're getting more flavour in that with the coffee Guinness. So I just want to test them out and see if my theory is true, really. Right, let's go in with the Brewdog first. No, go in with the Guinness first, because I poured that first in there. Absolutely lovely. It's thick, it's creamy, you've got a nice strong coffee hit in there. Yeah, it's really, really, really lovely for me. You've got chocolate in there, you've got caramel, roasted malts. Yeah, dark fruit, bit of vanilla, loads of flavour. It's sweet but not too sweet. You've got a lot of dryness on the finish. Slight bitterness as well. I absolutely love this. If I'm just having one Guinness, this is my Guinness of choice, the Guinness cold coffee brew. I prefer it to the regular Guinness. I just couldn't session it, just because it is so flavoursome that, especially with the old coffee hit in it, you know, I would get sick of it if I was sessioning it. But if you're just having one, oh yeah, I'll definitely pick this over the regular draft Guinness. Smashed it. Absolutely love it. But now, if I'm going to have a few more Guinnesses after this video, I definitely won't have no more of them. It's just the one for me, and I absolutely love just that one. And I'll move on to regular Guinness. Anyway, let's go with the Brewdog. It's also very nice, but for me, the Guinness is in a league of its own. It really is. It just does pretty much everything the Brewdog Black Heart does, but better. Especially the mouthfeel, especially the creaminess and the thickness of it. But I even prefer the flavour of this, with like the caramel and the vanilla and the massive coffee hit. You're still getting your roasted malts. Yeah, for me, the Guinness coffee wins all day long if you're having just one. You got your coffee in the Brewdog Black Heart. Not as much as the Guinness for me though. Perhaps some more roasted malts in the Brewdog. I'll give it that. It's definitely more bitter and it's definitely drier. But for me, that's not necessarily a good thing. You know, it just makes it a bit rougher, you know, a bit harder to get down. So some of the things which people are saying are plus points about this, for me, they're not, because the simplicity of a Guinness is just what makes it so smashable and lovely and enjoyable. And if you want something a little bit more flavoursome, Guinness have got that covered, haven't they? Just go and get yourself the coffee one. You're covered, you know. But either way, me personally, I think I'm going to stop buying these Black Hearts now. It is good, but I'm just going to stick with Guinness. Just Guinness draft cans, do the trick for the Nitrosurge, Bob Chuckle, you know. And I fancy a couple of flavoursome ones in there with a bit more of a coffee in that. Then I'll get these. I'm actually going to up my original 8 out of 10 mark for this Guinness to an 8.5 for the Guinness Coffee Brew, because it's just really grown on me and I absolutely love it. It's so strange that I can only drink one of them. But I absolutely love that one that I do have. She's probably I can tell, you know. Just smash that one and then move on to something else. So I'm going to go 8.5 on that. And I think I originally gave the Brewdog Black Heart, when I compared it to another beer, a 7.8. I'm actually going to decrease that to a 7. Having had more of it, having had the time to sort of, I mean, to be fair, I've probably had about 40 pints of this Black Heart now. So I'm not saying this on just 1 or 2 beer basis. I've really explored these beers, these new stouts and that. I'm going to take it down to a 7. I still like it. You know, if I fancied a session stout and Guinness weren't available, I'm quite happy to drink it. But for me, it's just the Guinness draft and this Guinness combo is what I like to do. Just like as I say, have one of these and then move on to the draft, and happy days. You've got your mouthfeel, you've got your flavour, and you've got your sessionability with the, you know, the normal simplicity of the draft cans, the Guinness draft cans. So yeah, this isn't really needed for me personally, but of course we are all different, and you know, that's what makes things fun. And if we're all the same and all enjoyed the same things, it'd be a pretty boring world. Let me know your opinions, guys, and if you haven't put these two against each other, I really suggest you do it. But they are both great beers, and as long as everyone's enjoying their beer, it don't really matter what we all think, does it? You know, as long as everybody's drinking what they're enjoying, lovely. But one thing I would say to people is really try and, if you drink the same drink all the time, just get yourself out there, try some new drinks. You will come across some you don't like. You're going to have to kiss a few frogs before you find your prince, so to speak. But if you're anything like me, you know, the more beers you try, the more you sort of open your mind up a bit and stuff like that. And I guarantee you'll end up finding better beers that you enjoy more than what you're drinking at the moment. So yeah, give that a thought, guys. Give this video a like if you've enjoyed it, and consider subscribing to the channel. Really appreciate every single one of you for tuning in. Sorry this video has been a little bit all over the place. When I've got this thing sat here, sort of like almost up to my neck, it's you know, just sends me a bit all over the place. I don't know what it is about it, but there we go. And till the next one, guys. Bye-bye, darlings.